We've gone too far. She's doing no dig, starts digging. Who told me to wear pink dungarees to the allotment? Do I dib or do I dig? Not that kind of channel. Hello everyone, welcome back to another allotment video. I'm Emma, this is my allotment. You're in my greenhouse. Oh god, I just touched a spider's web. Oh, that scared me to death. Oh, didn't like that. Anyway, we're back at the allotment. I've not been properly for a little while, and I've not filmed a video for even longer because honestly, we've either been busy or it's been raining. It's been raining a lot this week, which is good for the plants outside, not so good for filming videos in an outdoor space. But we're back today. It's after work, so I've not got that long left. And I was just stuck in traffic for half an hour. It only takes me 10 minutes to get here. It took me half an hour, so not best pleased with that. But either way, we're here now. I've got about an hour and I've got some things that I need to do. If you're new, by the way, and you fancy following our growing journey, we're not experts. This is only our first season on the plot, so follow along, subscribe, join the crew, and we'd love to have you. And you can see what we get up to growing wise. What was I saying? Some important jobs. First job. Now, we know on this channel I try and be as organic as possible, which means I don't like killing bugs, but needs must. Okay, needs must. I think I've told you before about the green fly problem we've got currently at the moment. Yep, I've let it get out of hand. Is what's happened there. I've not sorted it and it's gone absolutely crazy. So that's beyond organic, I would say. That is beyond organic. We've gone too far. So I went to the garden centre the other day and I got this, which it says it's being wildlife friendly. So I did try and not pick a horrible chemically one, and it's pesticide free, something like that. Yeah, it says it should be used at the first sign of pests. We're now a bit beyond that, but all the others sounded too horrible and harsh. So first thing we're going to do is just go around and liberally apply this. I am not proud of myself for this. This is called, it was making me uncomfortable and anxious, so I didn't deal with the problem, and now the problem's got worse. Deal with your pests at first sight, guys, because there were only about 10 greenfly on when I first discovered them, and now there's billions. That's my own fault. Anyway, this is the first job of the day. Not a very fun one, but an essential one in order to get some aubergines and not to infest the entire greenhouse. Here the microphone stopped working, but basically I'm ripping out these cucumber plants out of the greenhouse because they're covered in mildew and they'd pretty much stopped producing at this point. And I'm also checking if my melons are ready by giving them a good old sniff. I think one of them is a couple of days away. I've got some bits to plant in the new plot, so this is why we're at the new plot. Makes sense, doesn't it? I got these from Aldi. They were £4.50 each, I think, which is a bit of a bargain because they were, oh, I can tell you. Oh no, this was £5.99. Sorry, I lied. And this is an astilbe in pink. And if you've been watching the videos or the vlogs, you'll know that we've got an astilbe already planted that is like a baby. It's called flamingo pink, but I really wanted a hot pink one. So I'm glad I found that for a very reasonable price for a big plant. So we're going to plant that in the perennial bed. And then I also got an achillea, a pink one of those as well. If you don't know, this plot is being used to grow, hopefully, potentially, if it all goes well, our wedding flowers for next year, because we're getting married next year, and I would like to grow at least some of my own flowers on the allotment. So a lot of these colours and plants have been chosen with that in mind, and they will make nice cut flowers, after the wedding as well, for future bouquets just at home or to give to friends or whatever, or just to look pretty on the plot. Anyway, so I've got a pink achillea. They don't look very pink, but it is out of season now, like it's coming to the end, so I'm assuming that they're pink when they start flowering and they fade, or they've just sold me a white one as a pink one. Don't know. Anyway, that's going in the perennial bed as well. We'll get these dug in and planted up. Because this ground is horrible and clay soil, and I'm trying to do no dig. It's not working out very well, but I'm trying to do no dig, especially on this plot, like start to finish. I basically dig out a hole, just do no dig, start digging. Dig out a hole bigger than the plant needs, backfill it with compost, put the plant in, and then top it up with compost. Basically, because the ground is not good enough to like fill back in. Does that make sense? It just comes out in big clay chunks. So that's what I've been doing on this plot, and that's what I've done with all the flowers that I've planted on this plot, and they've done okay. They've settled in, and then as the weather, well, as it rains more and the ground moistens up, hopefully the compost and the soil are like mingle together and the roots can get through. But while it's been horrible dry clay soil, that's what I've been doing, and that is exactly what I'm going to do for these two plants. So let's get them dug in. So there we've got two new lovely little perennials in the perennial bed. This is a bit of a mess because it just is. It's just happened to be the way I've done it. Like there's grass coming through and weeds, but I'm not going to sort that now because we've got some cabbages to plant out. How exciting! Let's go do that. I'm already filthy. Who told me to wear pink dungarees to the allotment? No one. This was where I had my cauliflowers for summer. They did okay. I had to rip the last two out because they'd just been slugged beyond belief, basically. Couldn't eat them, but we did have 4, I think, in total in the end to eat. So I don't think that's so bad. But we've already got the brassica net here, so I think this is a good place to put cabbages. Now, I got these, as you can see, on sale. Sweetheart pointed cabbage. And they've only been a little bit nibbled by slugs. And I know that they're probably the wrong time. I don't know, it says all year round. May through to spring the following year, depending on planting dates. So these might be spring cabbages, I don't know. And I've not done a pointed cabbage before. My rabbit quite likes that variety. He is picky, yep. You can tell which he likes and which he doesn't. Anyway, so I'm going to put them in here. For the cauliflowers, I did just chop the stalks off and left the roots in, so there might be some cauliflower roots to contend with. How many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So I'm going to prep this bed. I'm going to take all the weeds out, put a layer of compost on top, and then we'll get digging. So even though these beds I'm not properly no digging because they've been in use the whole time since we got the plot, any of the beds that have been sort of had a gap over winter with no dig properly with cardboard and stuff, but these ones were just sort of mulching to add some organicness back into the soil and sort of improve the texture of the soil a bit rather than properly no digging. We do prefer the no-digged beds because there's less weeds and stuff, but this still adds organic matter to the soil itself and helps with the texture of the soil. So over the years, hopefully, even if we don't no-dig them properly with cardboard, they'll still get good organic matter. added, and we don't disturb the roots too much. We don't like rotate the soil or anything, so it's still a bit no dig, but I don't think it's necessarily by the book. I don't know if Mr. Dowden would approve or not, but this is the best way we've figured to do it and still like have crops in all year round, basically. So 8, did I say? Do I dib? Do I dib or do I dig? Do I dib or do I dig? Do I stay or do I go? I could probably dib. It rained earlier, so the soil's quite nice and pliable. We've got one spare, but I'm a sucker for symmetry, so sorry. Not today, sir, not today. Oh, I was meant to put bloody bloodfish and bone in with him. Bloody hell. Out you get. Not yet, guys, not yet. Too early. I was unprepared. But all you can see here is a lovely shot of my bottom. Not that kind of channel. They are in now. Do I trust the little sluggy slugs to leave them be, them lovely little cabbages? No. So I've got more eggshells at home. I meant to bring them, but I forgot. I've just got these, so I'll just sprinkle a few in the general area and hope that the slugs get the hint. I don't even think eggshells work really, but it's all I've got. So, as an extra precaution, because I really don't trust the sluggy slugs, I'm going to do a beer trap. I normally do beer traps like in the corners of my beds, so I'll do it over here. And whether or not you agree with beer traps or not, you know, everyone's entitled to their own slug defence mechanisms. I use beer traps because then at least they get drunk before they die. You know, that's how I'd like to go, with a glass of wine. So I just think the same for the slugs. And there's no nasty chemicals and stuff. And I do try and cover up the little slug traps with a pot or something so other animals can't get in. So I do try, but in 2024, the year of the slug, you've got to do something more than just chucking a bit of eggshell around. So this is the compromise I've got. So if you don't agree with this, feel free to skip ahead. Don't unsubscribe though. I do try and be nice to the animals. I've got bird feeders and all sorts, but slugs are just rampant. There's too many, you know, natural selection and all that. So I do a little hole. I save my little protein yogurt pots up and I like fill in around the hole so the pot lays. I try not to get soil in the pot, that's not really working out for me today, is it? Anyway, so the pot lays flat and then I'll just get Aldi, cheap and cheerful. Sam doesn't let me use his fancy beer anymore. We've argued about that before when he's found it missing. And I normally put a little lid or pot or something over the top to stop anything else falling in it. And that is slug traps. Not proud of it, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You gotta do what you gotta do. Right, so I will tidy up here, put the netting back over, secure it down away from the butterflies. Jesus Christ, can I not grow a cabbage in peace without pests or slugs or butterflies, honestly? What a nightmare. And we'll move on. The sun is going in quicker than I expected. Sam did warn you about this. But we'll see if there's any other jobs to do that are urgent. I think I'm going to spend just a little bit of time sorting the sweet corn courgette bed out because there's loads of grass that's like overgrown and there's loads of weeds in it and I've not touched it in a while. So it needs a bit of a tidy up. I've not got all that much time, but I think some time weeding will be useful because I've sort of not done it in ages. I've not done it in ages because I don't want to. But still has to be done, unfortunately, and this bed's one of the worst offenders, so we'll do a bit of weeding. I'm just wondering, because I know you all told me I was too, I went too quick on the corn. Okay, I understand. But it's milky. That feels right, and the end has all died off. Like that one, the end's super crispy. But maybe they aren't ready yet. Maybe you're all right. When are they ready then? When are they ready if they're not ready now? Do you know what I mean? We have got a courgette. Sam's going to be so pleased because we've not already got 3 in the house. I actually will take this. Because we're going away for a couple of days for my birthday, so we'll not be here, basically. So I'm just going to take this courgette while it's little, to make sure nothing else gets it, basically, that's not me. And we'll leave the corn then. Everyone told me to leave the corn. So we'll leave the corn. I have done that thing where you peel it back a little bit on here, and it doesn't look ready yet. So we'll hope that the animals leave it for me when I get back. We're only going away for a couple of days, but I'm not convinced. And we're back in the greenhouse of shame. That is what this will be known as, because I let the bugs get out of control. Have a moment. Sam gave me a little, he likes to send me with a little snack, does Sam. I think that's because if I don't eat anything and I come home and I'm hungry, he doesn't get a very good time then. I'm very much a not very nice, hungry person. So he likes to send me with a snack so I'm not starving when I get in. Today on the menu we've got a Belgian chocolate sugar waffle. Delicious. And of course I've got my little cup of tea, peppermint today. Oh, just have a minute, bear with me. I'll be back to you in a second. Right, snack break is over. We'll finish off with a little bit of a harvest, as we always do these days, seeing as we're still got some stuff to pick. Not a lot, but some. Pick some tomatoes. That one's split. I don't fancy a tomato snack right now. Just take it out. The sweet million plant. This is the sweet million plant, by the way, that broke off, and I thought it was all over, but alas, it was not all over. It's been amazing, to be honest. I will definitely do sweet millions again. In fact, I will take off all the reddish tomatoes because obviously we're going away. I'll not be here. Have I got anything to chat to you about while I do this? Not really. Not really, to be honest. Not got that much to say. It's got blossom end rot again. It might be because I've stopped being consistent with my watering. Could be. That one's got some sort of illness. Don't want that one. Jesus, not going well with tomatoes. Maybe we're just at the end of the season. Who knows? It's meant to go down to 3 degrees in some places, I heard, this week, which is not good. That will be the end of some plants, like the courgettes don't like the cold, and other bits and bobs. Not had the best tomato year, to be honest, considering I was well excited that we'd got a greenhouse. I mean, we had a better year than last year, where we didn't have a greenhouse, but it's not been the best tomato year. We have got permission for a polytunnel. We have been granted permission. However, I don't think they have any faith that it will stand up, because he said no small polytunnel, i.e. like not the big ones you get, you know, the 12 foot by whatever ones, have ever withstood the winter. Now I'm taking that as a challenge. I think we can make our polytunnel stand up over the winter. Well, that's Sam's challenge. That's an engineering job, isn't it? So therefore it's a Sam job, not an Emma job. But that's a fun thing to look forward to. Right, tomatoes done. I'm going to go and check if there's any cucumbers. There usually is. Again, cucumber season. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. Could pickle it. Already got quite a lot of pickled cucumber on the go, so not sure there. God, my tomatoes are just fell over. Oh, bloody neck. Right, let's go get some cucumbers quickly because the light is fading. I mean, I've already got a lot of cucumbers at home, but you've got to keep picking them. Where are we? Where are you? One down there. And there's 2 on here, but they've been a little bit slugged, so you see they're a bit curly and a bit slugged, so I'm not really sure what's happened with that one. You go up there, mate. They're all... I've already got like 1 billion cucumbers at home. I'll have to give some away. Right, I think we've got a courgette. Wonderful, more courgettes. That means we'll have a total of 4 courgettes in the house, which I don't know what to do with. I've done a lot of courgette recipes. We might have to go to courgette cake. We might have to go that far, but I'll assess the situation first. That's a last resort, isn't it? Courgette cake. I think this one's been hiding. Yep. Can I get this out without affecting the others on the plant? There we go. This is kicked off now, this shooting star courgette. This is really going for it now. In fact, let me just take off the ones that haven't been pollinated to stop it putting energy into those. I think this might need tying up again, actually. Right, let me do that very quickly. Right, let's tie these guys up. It is getting very cold and very dark, and you're not allowed to be at the plots after dark, so it's a bit of a race now. Look how big you've gotten. Well done. I think the verdict is that these do like growing vertically, but they don't climb themselves. You sort of have to force them to climb, I think. I think that's the moral of that story. But they are very prolific, and the courgettes are very tasty. These are shooting star. So I'll grow them again. Grow them again. Definitely. They just need a bit of TLC. Tender loving tying in. You can tell if they've not been pollinated, by the way, because they get a bit mouldy and a bit gross. So I normally just whip them off, so the plant doesn't faff about trying to grow those courgettes when it could be growing the good ones. But otherwise, I'm going to call it here while they're still light. Just a very quick, short little allotment video. It's not all singing, all dancing every time I come. Sometimes it's just one of these bit of odd job type videos, but we're still coming home with harvests, even though we're into mid-September now. And yeah, we've got lots of plans. I will do a full video talking about all the plans that we've got for next season, and the upgrades and stuff that we'll be doing, so stay tuned for that. I'll do that with Sam, because I'm sure he'll have stuff to say as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you've watched this video and you've liked it, we've got the whole series again that I'll link, and you can watch us from start to now. It's good if you want a little binge watch. There's a whole year's worth of videos there. And leave a like, leave a comment. What are you doing differently next year? Like, what's your learnings from this year that you'll do differently next year? Maybe we can all learn from each other. And yeah, I will see you either in a weekly vlog, a weekend vlog, or another allotment vlog. And I'll see you there. Goodbye. Adios. Sayonara.